Hey, how's it going? A little under the weather, kind of stuffed up, but we shall carry on. So this week I am going to take on the radar dish. And before I start working on it, we might as well look at what the kit gives us, eh? So out of the box we got a few pieces. It's not a very complicated sub-assembly. The sides, the things that hold it, that's what holds it on, some more stuff that holds it, and the dish itself, which has some detail in there. So the detail isn't terrible, but we're going to add to it because that's fun. So there is the ILM version. You can see all the detail on the side. They kind of replicate that in the kit, but I think we will scratch it. And especially around that cylindrical base, all kinds of little knickknacks and greeblies going on. And then if we look at the back, you can see inside there's all kinds of greeblies around the base again. The actual back of the dish got some stuff going on too. The major flaw with this, quite honestly, is the size of it. It's too big. According to my sources, according to JT, this is supposed to be the size of the cockpit diameter. And I'm going to line that up and show you just how off it is. So there's quite a discrepancy there. Now you'll notice there's molded detail all the way out to the edge. And I really have no way to replicate that. I don't have any photo etch for that. I sure don't want to scratch build all that little tiny stuff. So what I think I'll do is start by just sanding this down. Chuck. And at least bring it back to the point where the detail starts. Now if we look back here, you can see it doesn't, it's kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I've thinned that center part out, removed all the detail around there. You can see there's some ejector pin marks there. Well, I guess I did shave them off this. This is the old one. Remember I was doing Millennium Mondays way back? That's where that came from. So just by sanding it on the table, I've only got it reduced by, I guess 4 millimeters overall. Ish. Not a lot. And it's supposed to be down around 44. It's supposed to be about the diameter of the cockpit. Now of course there's discrepancies in the size of that for this kit too. And look, I'm not going for like total rivet counting. Well, no. But I want to be close, and you know, this is what I like about the hobby. So I'm going to do it. So there's the cockpit in there. It's hard. I'm looking at the viewfinder. Hey. Right around there. So, luckily, all around the circumference of this, there are a bunch of lines. So this is like the third line in. So I'm just going to keep sanding it down, and that means all the detail in there has to be replaced. So, how are we going to reproduce that detail? There's little tiny grids inside of there. Okay, and it's basically 2x4, and there's like a 1x5. So, I don't know how this idea came to me, praise the Lord, but it did. That's mosquito screen, and that's tiny stuff. It's probably, it's like a millimeter square on the inside there. Pretty tiny stuff. So I tried working with this just as is, and it as soon as you cut it into like a 2x4 square, it curls. It doesn't want to cooperate. So I tried heating it up too. I put it underneath a little piece of tin and just held the flame under there to try to maybe, I don't know, melt it into submission. It's made out of fiberglass, this stuff. So what I ended up doing
was gluing it down to a piece of cardstock. This is paper. And this is, they call it 110 pound. It's like 12-point cardstock that you'd make business cards with. And then I also put some on 80-pound gloss, which is kind of like the thickness of a poster. And the CA works on both. You just gotta take your CA applicator and just dab it on there and try to get as much coverage as you can. It won't work on regular bond paper. It goes right through it, sticks to your desk. Trust me, I know. So, once that's on there, then you can cut it out. You can do whatever you want with it. So now I basically have to trim all those down to be the right size, which I've got some of them. The dish calls for 11 of each. So 11 of each. And then I gotta sand out the dish and try somehow to align those 22 items, or 11 of each, opposite of each other, around that sphere and have it not look like crap. It's wonky, man. I'm totally battling the whole perfectionist thing here, like totally battling it. Trying to work in this round, you know, everything's circular and it's 11 times around that dish, so it's not an even, it doesn't divide into 360 evenly. I forget what the angle is now. It's like 17.62 or something. Like, come on. ILM. Unreal. Some smart folks there. So, what I have so far is that, it's not bad. Like, once we hit it with primer, I'm sure that'll be like, oh wow, and you don't notice all the wonk. But hey, it's paper and mosquito screen. I've shaved that detail right off the back. It was too big, it's interfering with the frame. So now I'm going to try to find a way to replace it. This is a Rebel toilet paper roll. You can follow me on Instagram if you want, Scott_Gervin at Instagram. Once in a while I'm throwing up a picture of the workbench. Here's where I got so far. So these main supports here, I've doubled those up. And then you can see I added strip styrene, both sides of those. And whatever. Just little tiny pieces of evergreen to try to match that studio scale image right there. And now I'm going to add some detail to the base thingamajigger holder up thinger. So I should maybe clean my bench a little bit and then do that. Hey, so I got her done. I just kind of went ahead these last couple of nights and just tried to finish building it. Didn't videotape all that much of it, as you saw. But hopefully whatever I do have in the can, I was able to edit it into something at least coherent. I'm not really sure what I got inside that camera right there. So, I was trying to do a video a week. This has taken me 7, 8, 9, almost 10 days to do this dish. Crazy. But I think instead of forcing a video a week, I'm just going to do a video per step. I kind of like that format better. So next up I'm going to do some detail to the landing gear bays and get the landing gear actually in there so that I can figure out the height for the ramp, because that's really the next major step, is the ramp. But I'll be back with a video of the landing gear bays. I got the doors almost done for those and the hoses and stuff. So we'll have a look at that next, and then after that it'll be onto the ramp, and there's some cutting up the kit, and now we're getting into some stuff. Cool. Well, I'll leave you with a bit of video of this radar dish, and I'll see you next time. Oh man, you know what I just realized? Stupid. It's backwards. I can't believe it. Really? Seriously, Scott? Seriously. Okay. Backwards. It's backwards. Notice this, okay? 2 lines, thing with a dot, 1 line. All the detail that I added onto the base. On the left, on the right. It's supposed to be like this. Which, okay, no big deal. But then it throws all this. It throws all the greeblies on the base backwards. Oh man. And that bugs me, and I gotta fix it. So I'm gonna fix it somehow. Except it's all friggin' to me extra thin, welded together for hours. Whew, there, now I think I'm really done. I think so. And I also added the little lip. See that lip that goes around there? I added that too. So here we go.